Hmm. Chapter 19, Part C, a tax deferment. Property taxes can be deferred or paid later if a property owner is a Canadian citizen or landed immigrant who has lived in BC for at least 1 year. So, either 1 year residence. 60 years old or older, widow or widower, handicapped. Tax deferral shows up on title as a charge, higher charge. So basically, when the title it shows like there's a big note placed. Interest is accruing in add-on at 2% below prime rate. So whatever the prime rate is, for example, if the prime is 3%, so prime, right, and you basically add, right? Interest accruing at 2% below prime rate. So 100% of the net taxes payable can be deferred until the property is sold or the person dies. For example, a person is 70 years old, he's 20 years, he doesn't pay, taxes become $3,000 a month, a year, so 60,000, so he pays plus the prime rate minus 2%. Yeah. And then exemption from taxes. One question comes about exemption. Certain properties are granted full or partial exemption, either full or partial, from taxation because of their ownership, such as crown property and government properties, right? Municipalities, unless occupied by non-exempt occupier. Public libraries, property owned by board of school trustees or by private schools, cemeteries, churches, Indian reserve lands, non-profit housing for the elderly, fruit trees. So fruit trees doesn't mean you have a fruit trees in your yard and you get the yeah. So fruit trees basically in a small town, you're doing farming of fruit trees. Farm outbuilding in the municipal areas, right? To a maximum of $50,000 value per individual parcel. Higher maximum of how much? $50,000 value per. From municipal, school, hospital and other taxes. Farm outbuildings in unorganized areas is 100% exempt from general taxes. So 100% from general. To a maximum of $50,000 value per farm improvement for school. So max 50,000. School, hospital and other taxes. And next, farmers dwelling in unorganized areas. So basically, farmers' residence basically in rural areas. Emergency shelters. Land and improvement used to control or abate pollution in 1996 and thereafter. University property, highlight this. University one normally they ask question about university, cemetery, church. These are the important ones. Property owned and used by provincial college. Yeah, this one too. So university, college. Certain BC hydro properties exempt from general and hospital tax. BC building corporation properties, BC railways, BC ferries, and 50% of the value of property used for accommodation of a tourist. So 150% tourist to a maximum of 150,000 of just value. So maximum value need to be 150. So one question will be about exemption. Normally the church, the university, cemetery, that one. Next, value and use. This is used in farmland. While farmland, put a star here. The assessor must consider only the value of the property as a farm, excluding value attributable to any other potential use. So farmland is considered value in use. Okay? So basically in the exam they ask you value in use is farmland. Right? Special residential. Special provision in Assessment Act in section 19 of 8 permits certain residential property to be assessed according to the value based only on their current residential use. To qualify, the resident owner must have lived in these premises for part 10 years continuously. So, 10 years continuously. Immediately preceding October 31st of the preceding year. So, basically previous year. So, basically 10-year continuous residence you need. For example, a single family home situated on land now zoned for high-rise apartment. Right? Apartment downtown Vancouver. The homeowner may apply for his tax assessment based on his present use as a residential dwelling rather than the property's actual value as an apartment site. For example, you were living in downtown, your house is now, you can build a high-rise, but you've been living for last 10 years, right? You can still get the special residential. So basically, in this one, what you normally get is, number one is tax assessment rule about a particular property, right? Other one you get the taxes. What's the formula to do taxes? How do you find general tax? Million divided by billion. Right?
Calculated all the taxes.
Yeah. And then how do you find the gross rate? So add all the taxes, right?
Total taxes into assessed
All taxes multiplied, assessed value divided by mill rate, which is 1000. This is mark number 2. Then one, it comes school taxes. So school taxes is based on your land plus building, right? It's a kind of basic rate. And who can increase it? Municipality. And who does it? Provincial. Then the general tax, who does it? Municipality, like a garbage tax, right? And then hospital tax. And then we did, who does the actual assessed value? Assessor. Okay? And then if you are not happy with assessment, can you appeal?
Yes.
Yes. Where do you go first? Panel, board, Supreme Court of BC, BC Court of Appeal, as in Supreme Court of Canada. And who gets the grant? Homeowner, principal residence, right? And what is the grant amount? 570. When you, so up to what value you get? 950,000. And after that, every thousand, $5 less.
And 1,064,000 you don't get any grant.
Yeah, 1,064,000 you're done with the grant, right? And then old age grant, who gets it? A person who is lived 1 year, CPP, permanently disabled, widow or widower, 60 years, right? And you get only up to $1,119,000 property value. Okay? On July 1st, when you pay taxes, how much you pay for 6 months back? Half 6 months back, half forward. Yeah. And within how many years they can audit? 7 years. What is the fine, maximum fine they can do? $10,000 conviction, right? And property exemption. So is the university, cemetery exempt?
Church.
Yeah, church is exempt, right? So all those big list of properties, crown properties, right? And then which one is the 50% exempt?
For farmland.
50% of the value of tourist maximum assessment value 150. Okay? And which one is the value we use? Farmland. And special residential means if you have a house, so in a high-rise zone, you've been living there for 10 years continuously, you can still get paid based on that, right? So that's it.